I am not someone that enjoys breastfeeding. If you're not eating, you're not suckling. I was never a pacifier for my daughter. I don't want you to overeat. You fell asleep on the boob, but the milk's still pumping. So let's not let you choke while you're sleeping. Take it out. My milk was so abundant. I didn't have the type of milk where I have to pump, but I was able to pump and breastfeed her and still have enough like production throughout the day that it would hurt if I didn't breastfeed her at certain times. People are so caught up in how the flatness of my boobs, because when I'm not engorged, my boobs don't swell like they do in those pictures y'all saw. Between that concert and me going to Portland for a couple days, those were some of like the most uncomfortable times in breastfeeding, was not being next to my daughter to get the milk out. When you have milk in your body, there's pressure. Like if you have blood pressure, but it's milk. So it's very much, you can feel it. It's a hot feeling in your breast when it releases, when all those muscles contract and release all the milk, those tiny micro muscles. It's hot and it's uncomfortable. The only relief is her getting full and emptying my boob out. So because there's not a visual woo, 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 woo every time I breastfeed, which would be torture, which is the reason why people are more likely to get breast cancer if they breastfeed, because the movement of the milk, stagnation, clogs, all of those things affect the actual ducts. And imagine having a clogged duct, or having a duct that is so damaged because there wasn't a regular release. It was so engorged, it actually damages the tissue that's holding the milk. That's how you can get breast cancer easily from breastfeeding your child. They say to massage your boobs for a reason. They say to let your milk come. People talk about drying up milk. My milk never dried up. I thought it would dry up and that would be the sign to stop breastfeeding. It never dried up. This is why I'm grateful for my aunt. Me and her have very similar chest structure. And for her, she was an older pregnancy in the medical terms. So she was able to breastfeed for 6 months and it dried up after. And she had to go to formula. I didn't know that that's not how everybody is. I thought that if it's time, it's time. No more milk. My milk kept coming after I decided to stop breastfeeding her. And that for me was a psychological fuck. Not because my milk wasn't drying up. It's because if milk is still being produced, your body has to register that you're not feeding your child anymore. So there was a lot of pain in not releasing it. And it kept trying to. So mind you, I told you I didn't breastfeed evenly. So one side was in more pain than the other. One of them was relaxed and dried up faster once I stopped breastfeeding her than the other. So it was a very uneven like discomfort in my breasts. Now, me having trouble breastfeeding her, when I became homeless, I was already, so two things that were already going on before I got homeless. I was already on the verge of potty training her. There was, and it might have been that nigga that bought her a potty training chair, like seat. So that was already on the docket. Stopping breastfeeding, I wasn't set on what time to stop that. Two reasons. One, because you can breastfeed until one, the milk dries up and you can't breastfeed no more. And that didn't happen. Or two, when the completion of the trust building factor that breastfeeding is. I'm her source of food, warmth, and comfort. When that is solidified, that's really when you're supposed to stop breastfeeding. She can eat whole foods and still breastfeed if she doesn't feel secure. Now, the goal isn't to be 6, 7 years old still fucking breastfeeding. But if it goes up to 2 or 3, I don't care what people think. It's about my daughter's ability to cope with this world we live in. If she don't like the food, I have to figure out the right food to give her. That doesn't mean I have to stop breastfeeding because she's not eating food. Now you see, everybody thinks that I didn't care about her eating food because I was struggling to get the right foods that she would eat, that she was consistent with. Guess what? My best friend, gave her smoked salmon. My baby got high tastes. She wants steak. She wants smoked salmon. She wants fucking beans that I can't make. No one taught me how to make beans, and she loves them. She is okay with rice depending on how you cook it. There's certain things where she's like, I'm not eating that because that's too basic. And for me, I get it, and I have to accommodate. But I had no help in the accommodation. I had judgment, ridicule, and mockery. I had people coming into my house, one person coming into my house and judging me for having leftovers for myself and being in an attempt to feed her. Oh, you have some spaghetti. It's been in here for 2 days. Do you know how spaghetti works? You make a lot and it's supposed to last. But I'm disgusting because I'm eating the same spaghetti. I'm on a budget. I have EBT. I'm not eating whatever I want. Just because y'all saw a video of me cooking some filet mignon does not mean I buy filet mignon on a regular basis. I decided to indulge myself with something that I had one time at a wedding and it was delicious and see if I can remake it. And guess why I did that? Because I needed some fucking nutrition. But you're also too caught up in the fact that that was a $19 piece of steak. You know why? I saved it for months. I didn't eat it right away. That was the only time I bought filet mignon ever. I also bought lamb to see if I could handle that better. That wasn't more expensive than beef. So do you have an opinion about that? But for you to be over here talking about I'm enjoying getting sucked on with no milk coming out, you don't even know what real breasts look like. These got to be man-made breasts. These got to be hormonally induced breasts. Can you imagine how fucked up psychologically I have to be for my boobs to come out like this when my family got boobs, bro? On my mom's side, they all got boobs. I'm the only one that don't got no boobs. Go ahead and poo-poo. You gotta stand up? You wanna sit on the toilet? Okay, let's try it. The only person that I really remember being like, it's time, this is how you do it, don't feel bad, be consistent, was one older lady that worked at the shelter. She offered me the insures that they have for kids and as a replacement for my milk if she wasn't eating the food still, because the alternative should not have been my milk at that point. If you want to wean her off, you have to give her alternatives. You're not going to eat the food. Okay, well, you're not getting milk. This is the version of milk. So it's between the two, it's up to you, little baby. So that helped a lot because my psychological way of trying to deal with it was she's not eating. She's not fucking eating. And at the very minimum, she'll have breast milk because she's not eating. There's a lot of stress. There's a lot of anxiety. There's a lot of stuff going on where she has every right to be not comfortable eating. On top of it, we're in a room full of children that are loud, running around. She's overwhelmed. She's trying to observe everything as a 1.5-year-old. She's trying her best. And then when she humored me and ate the food that they offered us, she ate it and I was so proud of her. Then she slept and woke up throwing it up because of the psychological. There's too much going on. It's not about what can be done better. It's about what happened. The weaning off of breast milk actually started when the last day I had done lawn care at her daycare. The kids told me that one of the kids goes into my daughter's crib while they're all taking a nap and messes with her. I never took her back after that. I was trying to figure out, should I confront this person for why the fuck didn't they tell me that kind of stuff was happening? But then on the other side of it, I was like, let me make sure my daughter's okay. So the first thing I did was not go back. That was already done in my mind. The second thing I did was, we need to wean you, because I was already trying to wean her and I was already having trouble. And she would cry so hard. Not cry like, oh, I'm upset, but cry like I'm so hurt. And I couldn't understand the type of cry. She wouldn't stop crying, getting worse. She don't cry like that. And I had to ask her what's wrong. I asked her, did that little boy touch you? Because at first I'm thinking you're getting beat up by this little kid because she has scratches on her face one day. Scratches and her hair messed up. I thought it was a little girl. So I was like, they fight sometimes. If she got scratched up, I'm not going to make a big deal because they're little kids. But now I'm finding out it's not a kid that's the same age as her. They're both 1.5. It's a 4-year-old that's coming in by the kids telling me that that's what it was. So I thought, let me ask her, because I didn't get confirmation from those kids that was what hurt meant. And she confirmed for me, yes, he's been touching her. And then she started crying worse. I said, did he touch your private parts? She said, yes. And she started crying worse. And she said, I thought that this was my way to get comforted from suffering through that shit. And that fucked me up. Because in my mind, you're old enough to get weaned off. But now all this fucked up shit has happened to you that I'm just now realizing is happening to you. And now I'm trying to take you off of the breast when you're telling me that's the only thing that's making you feel better? Not like she's suckling nothing. She's still drinking milk. As a mom, what should I have done? And then on top of it, all of this esoteric shit is going on where this person's getting pleasure out of me breastfeeding my daughter. And everybody's saying that I'm enjoying it, like she's not getting fed from the fact that she's been abused. The daycare, all those pictures of her chunkiness, that was because the daycare was force feeding her. Oh, Shantia, she's doing so well with milk. She's taking it now, finally, because she wouldn't take it from a bottle. I had to go to work, and they're calling me to come pick her up because she's not eating. They can't have her there for that amount of time, and she doesn't eat anything. And then she finally started eating, so I thought we were doing good. Oh, she's tasting solid food. Y'all got some flavorful foods. Y'all Somalian. Y'all know how to cook. So I'm thinking it's good. But they were forcing it. They were forcing her to eat. That's why she got big like that. She's not naturally big. So once I know that that's what's happening, and that the only comfort you're getting is from breastfeeding because I'm close to you and I'm protecting you while I'm holding you, now everybody wants to make it seem like I'm fetishizing breastfeeding. Breastfeeding is natural. Breastfeeding is not sucking penis. The white stuff out of my breast is not comparable to the white stuff out of your penis. And you're confused on why someone would be okay with getting their life force, their milk coming out of their bones and blood to give to their child because that's nature. And my body's supposed to be built to do all of that. All I got to do is fucking eat. And everybody's telling me, oh, you got too much groceries. You're not eating all of that because you lost so much weight. Do you understand that I was losing weight when I was eating? Let alone the fact that I got so stressed out, I was forgetting to eat. You know what happened? I got out of my apartment. I didn't have a fridge full of food. I was eating it. I brought it to my mom's. My mom made me beans to eat when I first came back from the hospital. When I first got my apartment and she came to visit me. A couple months after she was born, she's like, this is good for you. Eat it. But everybody's judging me for having food. Everybody's judging me for feeding my child the food I eat. Sorry, it's not good enough. It shouldn't have been good enough. I need to eat better. But now I'm a bad person, pedophile, abuser, because y'all are over here like she don't really need help. She really trying to starve her kid. She really just want that kid to suck on her. That sounds like somebody that likes their dick being sucked constantly, likes their cat being eaten constantly. What are you talking about when I'm talking about feeding my daughter food? What are you talking about? So when I went to the shelter and everybody's accusing me of let me use the right word. Everybody is speculating that I am that person, but the real ones over here sneaking in the middle of the night to pinch my daughter's earlobe. I got the picture. Why is my daughter's ear right here have a fat ass pinch bruise? I didn't do that shit. And that was only 3 days into being in that shelter. Then this weirdo little boy wants to pick up my daughter in my face without even asking me. Don't pick up my daughter without asking me. You're forcing it. You're on some weirdo energy. And then you're mocking me. If I accuse you of doing something inappropriate, and then you come up to me throwing little pieces of those little hand warmers, talking about little hotties, hot pockets, you're mocking me. And you're the type to be into that. When I accused you out loud in front of everybody, the scary ass bitches that were in there, you over here humping the air in front of my daughter's face with your fucking drawers out, nigga. Trying to make everyone against me? Because you're what, 16? Oh, he got defiancy. Get him out of here. He's a danger to my fucking child. But guess what I had to do? Sleep outside when it was snowing. I'm the fucking weirdo for asking you to look into the fact that my daughter has a bruise on her ear when I went to the bathroom for 3 minutes. The next day, she got a bruise on her ear. When my daughter wakes up, the first thing she does is look for me. Mommy, where are you? First thing she does every time. Why is it when she woke up that night, she was huddled up in the blanket, closing her eyes like she was scared when she saw me looking relieved? Oh, it's your fault, Shantia, for going to the bathroom in the middle of the night without taking your daughter to the bathroom in the shelter. Okay. 3 a.m. in a shelter. Take your daughter to the restroom. She'll be molested if you don't, and it will be pinned on you. Good to know. It's my fault that the rock, is out there for me to stumble on it inside a place of shelter. That's what they warned me about in Atlanta. Me and my daughter might get raped. They warned me. Guess what y'all did? You couldn't get into a domestic violence shelter, so I wouldn't be saying nothing. So whether or not it happened, the reality is I'm not getting what I want, so keep begging. Keep begging. Keep begging. Keep begging. My pussy and dick swell up when you beg. Keep doing it. That's what I hear. I turn you on because I need you. Am I just that attractive? You need me to need you? Oh, I'm sorry. You need my 2-year-old to need you so much that sexual abuse don't matter. I saw them little boys humping on each other for play in the lobby. I see how them kids were acting. Why would I want that? I seen how them bitches were acting, talking about you trying to take my man. Nigga, we're in a shelter. Who has time to be taking anybody's man in a shelter? I wonder who. You don't think it would have been better to not be by myself? Duh. I'm just a girl. But the difference is I can't go back home. And now y'all know why. Whether you believe me or not, I don't give a fuck. You didn't even care before. Remember, you can't get into a DV shelter, so I wouldn't really talk. The fuck does that mean? I don't even think you're saying that I'm lying. I think you're saying you're not cared about enough to be put into a shelter. And shout out to LA for having a shelter available, even though it was sketchy. Privatized help for the homeless is some type of pipeline. I'm not going to say what because I don't want to misspeak. But it privatized help for the homeless. Fayetteville didn't even have nothing. They told me to go through the whole process knowing they don't have anything. And then waited till it was like, you've been outside these many days with your child. We're going to make a CPS case on you. Why couldn't I go to the place that was helping me? The case manager that was telling me that they were going to have to put my child in foster care if I didn't leave their city. Not that if I didn't find shelter. Not if it was a guarantee. Just go and we'll leave you alone. Why are you making such a big deal? Why does it have to be so loud? Why does it have to be involving so many people? Because I don't matter. I don't matter. And I know that. It doesn't break my heart that I don't matter. I do. But you don't get to verify that. You get me? Like, I know you don't value me. I know that. But you're not going to devalue my fucking child based off of your immaturity, your hangups. You're not going to kill my daughter. What? Now you're in this debate about whether or not God allows death or not. God created death. Of course he's going to allow it. You know what the thing that y'all keep trying to force, trying to prove, trying to make God come out like a jack in the box? You already got a jack in the box, you dumb fucks. First of all, you've been following your jack in the box since the beginning of time. Being stupid. First of all. Second of all, you can't control time, bitch. But you keep trying to force it. Almost killed me trying to force it. Brought me to the brink of her body shutting down. She putting her daughter in danger. And y'all still don't have a better solution for my daughter. Limbo, that's what you think is good. Prison. Make money somehow because you exist. Y'all tried to make me a zombie so that I was worth helping. What am I on say? To think before I have to tell you. And do exactly what I want. Yamaya, that was the key for y'all. Oh, Vincent would have been such a good person if I had agreed that Yamaya was a good fucking middle name. Look how God works. Y'all caught up in the wrong shit. The wrong shit. Niggas get fucked every day, B. Bitches get sucked every day, B. See how I said that? I meant it. So to clarify, no. Never breastfed my daughter and not fed her. I've never gotten pleasure from my daughter sucking on my nipple. The only time I've ever come close to doing anything like that, I had a nightmare. I was asleep breastfeeding her. You fall asleep sometimes when you're breastfeeding. Sorry. And because she was still suckling, that shit made me so fucking uncomfortable. In my sleep, I had a nightmare that somebody was fucking me. And I woke up scared because what the fuck? My body was already reacting. Not just her sucking on my boob. I'm starting to dry hump the air. What is going on? Terrified. Thank God my mom was walking through the living room when I was having this dream because she's like, I see it. But she didn't ever accuse me. She just knew what happened. She knew it. And did everything in her power to make sure I knew it too. But guess what? I didn't fucking know. And it's not funny. It's literally like, wow. That's what this is. But y'all two-dimensional creatures out here, bacteria out here, wasting time. Your job ain't to be bacteria. Why are you being bacteria? What do you gain out of being bacteria and not a human? Mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. Ass bitches. I ain't done nothing fucking helpful in your lives talking about I'm a soldier. For who? No, for who? What's wrong? Oh. for the booty hole. Sister Soldier for the booty hole? Protecting the booty hole? Where's the protection for the booty hole? Oh, no. Protecting the access, the gate, the door, the right to get in there. You ain't care about me. You ain't never give a fuck about me. And I'm disadvantaging myself by not taking advantage of what I got to offer to get ahead in this life. I'm too privileged to be able to think like that. Makes no sense. Have you seen anyone succeed doing that shit? And if they have, how many people had to die for them to do it? How many kids had to get killed, murdered for them to get there? You still find that successful? Tell me.